Hey everybody, it's Victor. It's time for another run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Friday, Mosh Pit. I hope your weekends are starting off right, as we are as well here in the Like Street goal, as we now are sitting at 139 over 150. Now only 11 away from the worst ranked tier list items run, and I know that it's starting to get down to the nitty gritty, and a lot of people are starting to get pretty hype about it. I am looking forward to seeing how bad it goes, let's put it that way. So here's your artwork slash meme of the day, brought to you by Wells 4. Title of the thread was using today's episode of Sleep ASMR. Heck, laser spam. Bed up Taurus music. Lamb Ipecac. It's no use. He's in a deep coma. Hey. How you doing? It's so good. Just the eyes, like the look on that man whenever he wakes up, and picturing like just being my voice doing it. Just, I don't know. You guys give me 9 Romeo Lima Zulu, 9 Charlie Zulu Lima. What the? We almost had repeating consonants. Like we were one off from having all the same like combinations. Anyway, we've got good tiers but horrible damage. Although we do have Tammy's head, and also have the cube of meat. Now this is also going to be an XL floor, so this is one of the few times that I will not complain about an XL floor. Although it is a little bit annoying to have XL floors at the start, especially if you don't have any soul hearts, because obviously it becomes doubly important that you don't take any damage whatsoever on the first floor, because of the fact you don't want to lose those devil deals or angel deal chance. This is going to be a little bit of a tricky endeavor here, with us having not good damage. Our shot speed is also kind of doo-doo. But our DPS is okay. It's not the worst I've seen. And again, Tammy's head is going to help us out and dispatch some of these mobs quickly, theoretically anyway. Tammy's head is going to boost the damage of our tier effects by 25% and do that multi-directional shot that you see. And if it connects, it's great. If you have piercing shots, something like Death's Touch, like Brimstone, obviously it is even better. We are going to go back into the... I'm not going to risk anything. I'm going to make sure that we have some protection here against getting our HP hit and losing the devil deal here. Again, it's imperative that you don't lose that on floor 1 and 2, because it can be so detrimental to a run if you lose that first. If you lose the first devil deal on an XL floor, you're already way behind. So you just can't risk it. I don't like bombing my donation machine here for the spot just for one singular soul heart, but in this case, it's pretty much necessary. We're going to get Contagion. So Contagion's going to basically do it's kind of like an AoE damage fart cloud thing whenever we kill the first enemy in a room. And it's very good at doing AoE damage to basically anything around that first target, but it's only good for the first target, which kind of sucks. This is blue Gemini, so I'm just not even going to mess with it. You see that little Gemini did get poisoned by Contagion. And that's what I get for trying to use an orbital in the Repentance era. Just don't do it. Don't use orbitals, period. Like in Repentance. If you're playing Repentance, just forget that they even exist, because they are truly useless. Unless if you have unless you have some kind of, invincibility or something like that. We have Blood Clot as well as a Soul Heart. It's gonna be Larry Jr., which is probably gonna be the champion Larry Jr. No, it's not, surprisingly. This is not one of my favorite arenas to fight Larry Jr., just because they start out. The problem is that they start out with all these lanes that are already in the room. There we go. I was trying to get them close together so they would just spread contagion to each other, but it is what it is. No big deal. Larry Jr. should go down here in a second. Hopefully we get more than just a regular basic HP upgrade, and then we get a very good devil deal, because we're going to need it. Brimstone would be amazing if we can get it with Tammy's head, and we're going to get a range upgrade, which is even worse than an HP upgrade, and we get a non-devil deal. Right. All right. All right, Blood Puppy. This is your time, son. Blood Puppy is very, very sharply fallen down the tier listing of items. There's a big example of what Contagion can possibly do for you. Not a big fan of Blood Puppy, mainly because he is kind of a pain to deal with whenever he does grow up into a blood dog. He can be a liability as well, as he does deal damage to Isaac. But we'll see. I mean, we need some kind of extra damage as the dips schmoove all up and down the wall there. Yeah, remember when I said we need damage? Like, we need actual, like, damage, not something that removes a whole bunch of damage. Fingerbone wouldn't be too bad, but right now we do need the bombs. We only have one here. Tigram's probably here. Okay, so we can go back and go get the blue map if I really wanted to, but I'd rather get a premium item on the next floor along with a soul heart or two. So we're gonna head on down. Not a very good floor. The only thing we've got of note is probably gonna be Contagion. Going to floor 3 here. This is going to run us into the question of the episode from last week, from last Friday, which was the worst run of all time, which obviously got lots and lots and lots of attention just because of how just horrible it is. It was anyway. And I said you must name one and only the worst item in all of Isaac. What do you pick? And this one had a lot of replies to it. And whenever you do like sort of like an ultimate, like, you know, this is the worst or the best, that always brings out the engagement. And the Mosh Pit really ran with this one. So the most upvoted comment by far, one of the most upvoted comments that we've had so far since doing this new initiative. That was an amazing block right there. If you didn't see what I just did with Tammy's head, go back and watch it because that was an actually incredible move. High five and pats on the back for me because I just saved myself losing a soul heart there. Anyway, the most upvoted comment was from the Felix1645, who said fortune cookie with 78 upvotes at the time of this recording. And yeah, fortune cookie's done. I mean, it's done. It had a chance to make that not the worst run of all time, and it chose violence instead. It instead chose to not support me and give me any sort of soul hearts whatsoever. I need somebody, and this is just a volunteer thing, this is not a paid position, but if you are so inclined to go back and see how many times Fortune Cookie paid out with one soul heart in that run and put it in the comments, I will try to find it and then give it a shout out. I will give you a public thank you, but just let me know if you do it or not, because I won't know if you don't tell me. Fortune Cookie has fallen down. I mean, oh, how the mighty have fallen. It's seriously so wrong how bad we got done dirty in that run. That Contagion absolutely running through this entire room here. That's what we're kind of needing right now. Another upvote, another very highly upvoted comment there on last week's episode was from Aaron Shapiro 2542, who said Isaac's heart, at least TM Trainer can be wacky fun even if it kills you. I don't know what I would rather have between Isaac's heart or TM Trainer. I would almost probably rather have Isaac's heart, to be honest. You have to understand my absolute searing amount of hatred that I have for TM Trainer. It's probably not my least favorite item, but it's one of my least favorite items. Apologies about the coughing as well. I'm still nursing my voice, and yeah, been straining it after doing vocals. Hopefully the new song will be done very soon though, and I can share it with the patrons of the Mosh Pit. If you want to go check out new music early before anyone else gets any access to it, Patreon/Sinvicta, patreon.com/Sinvicta. Check it out. Hallowed ground here. And hey, you know what? It was a prayer, and we got it, so we'll take it. Some damage on this floor. We missed Tinted Rock, though. Before you tell me that we missed that tinted rock in the boss room, we don't have any bombs, so. We drop hallowed ground here. I'm actually going to walk out and walk back in so we can drop this a little bit closer. So what this does is this creates zones of immunity that may stop us from taking damage while hitting the temperance machines you just saw right there. And the more that we can pile on, the greater the chance is that we will avoid damage here. Another nice thing about hallowed ground is that it can also spawn eternal hearts, which is real nice. So right now we're just kind of making our way downtown, moving fast. Can't actually reach it, so I'm gonna have to destroy one. You're wondering why our tears rate is so high, by the way. It's because of hallowed ground everywhere. Okay, slot machine, you've gotten too many freebies there. You're gonna have to go. Hallowed ground activates the holy poop every time we take damage. It's gonna drop a holy poop on the ground and give us a massive, and I mean massive, buff for our DPS while we're standing inside of that aura. But the aura goes away. The aura goes away if you or something destroys the poop. See, Blood Puppy, you're just not worth it, dude. I mean, like, you were like the new cute mascot of Repentance when you first came out a few years ago, and everyone loved you, even made an emote about you, but like, you're just not a good item. I'm sorry to say. Actually, I'm not sorry to say. I'm just telling you straight up. So with 6 damage here, that's not too bad for where we are currently. Still looking for our item room. We got extremely lucky with that mom's ring, by the way. I don't think I acknowledged just how fortunate us getting one and done in an eternal chest was on that last angel deal that we had. Supremely lucky, and that's not something that we get to say a whole lot about Sinvicta. It's probably Magic Fingers. It could be Black Candle, I guess. At the mom transformation. A moon card, okay. Remember, it is blind items, so we don't really care what's in the item room right now. Super secret room is right there. Probably not worth going into, but we'll at least check it anyway. And I was absolutely right. Right. Wow. That was a painful looking explosion. We just made his skin just pop off. Got another angel deal here. We do get some HP. Angelic Prism, which is... Oh, Angelic Prism's kind of whatever. We end up having a higher fire rate. Like, I don't know, maybe almond milk. We'd be able to really utilize it quite a bit. As it stands, it's not really going to be useful that much unless we use Tammy's head, which we're basically using on every floor, so every room, I should say, as we should, because obviously it triggers the Cajun effect as well. So this ended up happening. Did this poop get there? Okay, saw 2 procs there from hallowed ground. Poop actually can't spawn here because there's more poop sitting, so it's whatever. I don't want to waste too much time now. We're actually making decent time. Lots of procs coming in from hallowed ground. Look at that. Look at this. Hallowed ground giving us a lot of money. Gonna use the iframes there. We can actually use the iframes again to get into and out of the curse room here. We're not done yet. Not quite. Even though it is blind, even though it is Curse of the Blind, we can get into and out of the curse room for free here. And it was worth it. We're getting 2 soul hearts here at the cost of basically 1 red heart. That's right. Sinvicta smart. Sinvicta smart. Every now and then. Still gonna go with We're still going to go with Tammy's Head, though, because Tammy's Head is going to provide us with a lot of versatility and killing power inside of these more difficult rooms, since our DPS is not quite where it should be. I mean, it's okay. Like, our DPS is not horrible, but it's going to start lagging behind really, really quickly here in depths. And Curse the Law. Last but not least, on last week's most upvoted comments of the episode, when we talk about name one and only one worst item in the game, it was sent in and upvoted by Alex Coggins 3636, who said Dunce Cap, run killer 96% of the time, and I would tend to agree with that. Dunce Cap is very, very bad. I don't know if it would be. I'm not sure if I would consider it. In fact, I know I wouldn't consider it the worst item in the game. But it is definitely a valid opinion and a good candidate. Dunce Cap is usually pretty god awful. Unless you have Tractor Beam, then it's like not too bad. I need to stop getting so close to these nubs here. There's literally no reason for me to do so. Just gonna end up getting us hurt, and then I'm gonna get mad, and then we're gonna analyze it and talk about it for like 40 minutes, and then that's the episode. Still waiting on finding the item room here. Nice little poison spray. If you're wondering how and what determines whether or not Blood Puppy evolves, it's basically he needs, I believe it's 11 kill shots that Blood Puppy does. And if he gets those, then he upgrades to Blood Dog. And then if he gets another, I think 15 or something like that, he evolves into Bloodhound. And yeah, then he evolves into Big Dog. And we don't want the Bloodhound, because the Bloodhound, even though he does deal a very good amount of damage, he also is very dangerous. And you're seeing here the reason why I absolutely hate Blood Puppy. And why I don't take him, because he's just kind of an annoyance. And would I re-roll this run? Abso-freaking-lutely. We get Genesis Magic Mush 9 lives. Oh my goodness. What just happened? Okay. Wow, and we got Lazarus's Rags too. So we get bailed out by Genesis on a 1-room roll. Tears are great. Damage is much better as well, obviously because of Magic Mush. We even managed to save Placenta, which is going to give us some regen. So wow, Genesis is really unexpected, but I'll take it. Also have Humbling Bundle. So much HP too, and our movement speed is great. This is great. So we say goodbye to Blood Puppy. Sorry, all Blood Puppy fans, but you know, can you do? Look, I'm always gonna go for the better run. All right. Unless if it somehow would be a detriment to like the viewing experience, I'm gonna go for the better run 99.9% of the time. And if that means re-rolling and getting out of a really crappy run, I'm going to do so. If the game bails me out, then so be it. Take it. Loving our shot speed, loving everything here. The only thing we don't have are any keys or bombs. So Genesis is going to give us a full character reroll again based on the items that we have. And it's going to take basically, for every one item that we have, it's going to give us 3 choices. And those 3 choices will essentially just determine the next run. Although this Curse of Loss is really screwing with me right now because I cannot find the way to go. Big surprise, I know. It's Invicta being lost. Let's have the Pascal Candle, which is the reason why we have such a high tears rate. I am missing Contagion, though. Jawbone is jaw bad, but we need to get basically any and all items before we end up using Genesis here. Hit the Death Mob, and that's going to do that. Unfortunately, we don't have a key for that that chest. All right, baby. Look at that. We get ourselves another, that's a funny game. Get ourselves another item, and that's fine with me. Thank you, Dry Baby. Love to get a key if we could, just because I want to get some more items before we end up ripping Genesis. I am going to use Genesis, by the way. It's going to be a rare triple reroll. Well, double no, it is a triple reroll, I guess. Because we used the one roll, that's one. Then we used Genesis, that's two. Well, no, it's not really a triple reroll. Take that back. Okay, double reroll. So far, anyway. King Baby, I mean, again, this is all in the interest of getting more items to reroll with Genesis. That's the only reason why I'm picking these up. It's gonna be hard to give up 9 lives and Magic Mush, though, I will say, but, you know, it is what it is. Twisted Pear, which is, again, a very, very, very good item. First, the Unknown is fine. And so what we really want to do is we need to get to the item room and then immediately go to Boss Rush. And then most likely what we'll end up doing is we'll use Genesis to get out of Boss Rush because we don't care about the Fool card at that point. So let's book it over here. We don't even care about damage, or we don't care about taking damage, to be honest, except we lose Pascal Candle there, but we obviously can join lowering our damage. Definitely didn't help us out, but obviously with our tears rate, it is very good, and we're going to get Guillotine, which is not very good. Again, desperate times. We're not really desperate necessarily, but we're just looking to maximize the use of what we've been given, and in this case, it's maximizing the use of Genesis here. Now, something else to keep in mind is we are going to re-roll Eden's stats as well whenever we do use Genesis, so that's just something to remember. Whenever you use Genesis, if you're playing as Eden, you will indeed get re-rolled for your stats, so got to keep that in mind. And we're looking to try to take full advantage of this boss rush situation here. I think we have enough damage to do it. Again, the damage literally doesn't matter because our life is going to reset anyway, like our HP. I don't care about taking damage in this room. We're just trying to kill her as fast as possible. There we go. So we get that. Get another angel deal. We get another angelic prism because hell, why not? And Eve's Mascara, Midas Touch. We're looking at overall the loot tables. I guess we'll take Marked. We use Genesis, and here we go. Okay, so we're starting off with Midas Touch and good damage because we have the negative. Also have Mega Mush. Yeah. I'm gonna go for Mom's Ring here just for the rune, maybe get a reroll. Mystery Gift, Battery. Go Battery, I guess. Our tears rate's actually not too bad. Synth Oil is a good amount of damage, but our shot speed's actually pretty garbo. But we also need to get some HP, though, is the thing. Gotta go 9 lives here. Can't not go 9 lives. Blanket. Bloody Lust, I think, is good. Oh, baby. Wow, this is so... Oh, man, this is such a hard choice. If we didn't have 9 lives, I would totally go for the Wafer, but I think Godhead is just going to be better for us. The second syringe item. I don't want to, but I'm going to. Damage, unfortunately. Mata. Oh, my goodness. Spider Mod, I guess. I do want piercing shots. This is going to kill our range, although we just got Tech 1, so never mind. Oh, baby. Holy Light for sure. Camo undies. Give me Maggie's bow just for HP. You know, the tears up here. And Spear of the Night for flying. Yeah, see, we're gonna lose our Mega Mush, which really sucks, and I really hate that the game does that, but what can you do? Battery baby. Alright, so I think that we did get better. Remains to be seen. Now, in times past, I have been known to use Genesis and wait until floor 6. Sorry, floor 7 in Womb or Utero. And I didn't do it this time because I didn't have enough time to really look for the Fool card. Even though I know that we saw it there on that last level, I'd rather just let's stick to the game plan. There's no reason to try to push it, and also to me, it made more sense to try to get one extra item because I knew that I was going to use Genesis either on the last floor or this floor here. That's some chunky damage. Obviously, we're looking to try to get some more tears ups. A Godhead is totally useless now, unfortunately, because of Tech 1. So, you know, you could argue that maybe taking Tech 1 might have ruined Godhead because we would have had piercing shots with Dead Onion and a really low shot speed, which also could have helped us with Godhead as well. But at the same time, though, you gotta put some respect on Tech 1. Tech 1 is just so good. We don't have to worry about shot speed. We don't have to worry about range. I'm going to use the Telepathy for Dummies here. Cat of Nine Tails, which is going to give us some more damage. Unfortunately, though, shot speed doesn't matter. Do still have the Soul of Azazel, which I could use on the next floor to go to Stanley, or just wait until we go to Lamb. I don't know how a little spider manages to dodge all that, but my poop is fine. Now we wish that we would have taken almond milk, but well, it actually wouldn't have mattered if we had taken almond milk because obviously we would have re-rolled it anyway with Genesis or the one room, so it doesn't really matter. For card is even better. Well, no, it doesn't. I mean, the Soul of Azazel is trash. It doesn't. It works for one room, and that's it. Not Soul of the Emperor, but Emperor card is just going to take us directly to the boss. No fuss, no muss, no nothing. Just sniping fools out here. Soul of the Keeper is going to give us anywhere from 1 to 25 coins. Place your bets now in the comments. How many coins are we going to get? I'm going to say 13.
Soul of the Keeper.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yo! He is a prophet. That should be worth at least a triple like from people, right? Come on now. Come on, you got to admit that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I can go to Vegas with those odds. I've been to Vegas in a while. Although I did go to a casino when I was in Chicago last week, and it was the Rivers Casino, I think it was called. I honestly didn't even know that Illinois had legalized gambling. To be honest, I didn't know. To be honest. And it was great being back in a casino, although it did bring up a lot of like memories as to why I stopped going to casinos, just because like I love it so much. I love it a little too much, to the point of maybe having a little bit of a problem, but I do enjoy playing the games. I mean, I never gamble with more than I can afford anyway, so it was fun. I played some slots. Those didn't go so well, but then I went to table games. I went to table games. Let me tell you something. Your boy cleaned house. All right, I'm not a big tables games fan because like I'm a poker player at heart. Like I love playing poker. I played it all my life, and I'm pretty decent at it, I would say. But all the poker tables were like super packed, and like there was just a ton of people in the waiting room, and I didn't have enough time. Plus, I was also kind of tired from going to the national and stuff. So yeah. Anyway, I decided to play some table games just because, and I ended up finding one of my favorite table games is Caribbean Stud Poker, which is basically like seven card stud mixed with Texas Hold'em a little bit. Like you're playing against basically the house, right? Well, they didn't have that. Although they did have this variant called Cajun Stud Poker. Now, I've never played Cajun Stud Poker, but essentially what it was a 5-card stud. You're not playing against the house. You're just trying to make a hand. So in that game, if you get any pair with 5 cards, remember you only get 5 cards. You get any pair with 5 cards, that's 6 through 10, you get a push, which means you get your ante back, that sort of stuff. And then it's jacks or better. So if you get a pair of jacks or better, you get paid 1-to-1 on your ante and your bet, and then it goes up and up from there. And there's also like the side games where if you get dealt like a pocket pair, you get paid a certain, depending on like how, their combination, you get paid a certain amount. If you get like an ace king in any combo, that's also worth like 5-to-1 or 10-to-1, something like that. If you get ace king suited, that's like even higher. And all kinds of it's like 3 games in one. Anyway, I started out really slow, and then eventually I hit a monster hand. Well, not really a monster, right? I got dealt pocket jacks, okay, and I was playing the side bet, and so I automatically got paid out 5-to-1 on my bet because I bet on the side pot. I bet $10. So I got paid 5-to-1, which I think was $50, and I got my $10 back, obviously. And then in the main game, because I already had qualified for jacks or better, you're guaranteed to win. It doesn't matter what the other 3 cards are. Of course, you want to go like higher, but with a pair of jacks, you literally are guaranteed to win. So you triple up your bets every single time. How the game works is you get dealt 2 cards, right? And then there's 3 cards face down that everyone uses. You have to bet or fold on every single card. So the dealer will take your initial bets, and then he or she will turn the first card over after your first bets, and then you can decide to bet or fold the second time, and then same thing goes third time, right? But since I got pocket jacks, it's a winner no matter what. So I max betted on everything, and I immediately any losses that I had were immediately like erased, and I ended up getting a little bit of profit. So that was kind of nice. But it did remind me as to why I stopped gambling, just because I do like it too much, and I was like, man, I really want to stay here all night. But the longer that you gamble, the longer that you gamble, the more that you're going to lose. It just works out that way. So you might finish up a little bit. But if you don't leave immediately once you win, you're going to lose it all. And then you're going to be real sad. And then, it's back to do it all over again. Of course, you're going to do a victory lap. Second seed, 3-8 Yankee Papa, Romeo Papa, 6 X-Ray. Welcome to the gambling podcast, brought to you by me. I love playing card games. Table games, I'm not too much of a fan because I don't like the odds, but that Cajun Stud Poker was kind of neat. It was all right, Being in a city I didn't know at all, and not knowing that they even had casinos, I was like, ooh, they got casinos. Which is even doubly cooler because, the casino episode from The Simpsons is my favorite episode of all time. So if anyone ever asks you for Sinvicta trivia, they say, what is Sinvicta's favorite Simpsons episode? You can tell them it's the casino episode. Love that one. It is an instant classic. Everything can be related to The Simpsons. At one point or another, The Simpsons have done it. And South Park did a whole literal show on it. HP? And the reason why I wasn't using the Satanic Bible, obviously, because I didn't want to overwrite our boss drop. Yeah, man. Tech 1 is just... Tech 1 just blazes, man. Just absolutely shreds everything. I often wonder if I'm going to get to the point of The Simpsons, not like, you know, in fame or fortune or anything like that, but I mean, like, I often wonder if these videos will go on long enough to where I've said or covered basically anything and everything that could possibly happen in the world. You know, that's one thing that that's one thing that, like, I mean, I don't know. I have no idea how long I'm going to be doing this for. I've told people time and time again, and I'll continue to tell people that I will do this as long as I am able to. As long as this remains a job, I will do it because it's my job. And however long that's going to be, I have absolutely no clue. I mean, do we ever really know how long, like, we're going to be doing something? I don't think so. We're going to get spun here, thankfully. And we get Soul Locket, which is kind of... The Soul Locket's okay, I guess. Although it didn't give us any stats, because I think it probably gave us tears. Maybe. I don't know what it gave us there. It gave us luck. Why it's not animating, I don't know on here. I saw the luck rating go up, but that's weird. Curse of Blind. I actually wasn't paying attention to Dreamcatcher, so I didn't see what was inside of our item room. About to find out. Tom's brain. Well, you can tell that wasn't lying because I wouldn't have taken that. It gave us range. Why is this not? Why are the numbers not going up with our soul hearts? I don't understand. And also, do we gain stats when we use the Satanic Bible? We do not. Oh my gosh, Carrion Queen got freaking destroyed. Get Gimpy here. Man, oh man, that was brutality. See what Dreamcatcher has for us. So there's Little Gertie. Little Gertie and Gertie Sr. Possibly Gertie Jr. It's hard to tell sometimes. I often wonder, like, how enduring this channel will be. You know, I don't have a very big YouTube channel. It's nothing major, I would say. So, you know, I think that I would, in the grand scheme of things, yeah, I'm tired of getting these little retaliatory shots here, game. I've been slowly picking away at my annoyance factor. In the grand scheme of things, I don't know how well remembered my channel or myself are going to be in like 100 years. Obviously, they're not going to share the same level of notoriety with The Simpsons or anything, but I would like to think that I at least made my mark. You know, I'm not like an important historical figure. I'm not someone who really contributed a whole lot to society or anything like that. I'm just a guy who decided to play a roguelite. Oh, that's all I really am, you know? That's all I care to be. This damage is absolutely kicking right now. And we actually don't want the HP. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because we do have that Eternal Heart anyway, so. How about that? Giving Alex ideas for the thumbnail. I think at 99 cents right now. It's a weird thing to kind of contemplate. This industry is like, how long are you going to be doing this? How far can you go? I mean, think about all the creators that I used to watch when I was a kid and, you know, just a fan of YouTube before I started doing it myself. Like, they all still do it. So it's a pretty long-term career. You know, if you have the security blanket there and the job security anyway, then it's a job that you really could do forever. I mean, it's a job that I wouldn't change for anything. I mean, obviously there's some annoyances and, you know, some good times and bad times when it comes to YouTubing and stuff, but overall it's a sweet gig. And you know, those of us who are fortunate enough to do this for an actual living, I think there's a lot of people who take advantage of that, or maybe not take advantage of it, but they just don't appreciate what they've been given. This is a job that's given to you. It's something I've preached about before, many times over. And, you know, to beat it into everyone's brain, you know, I recognize that this is a very privileged position to be in. This is not a job that you can take lightly. This is not a job that you should take lightly. And I think that, you know, while it is like the most fun job I can think of, and I wouldn't change it for the world, you got to treat it like a job. You can't just kind of slack off and just expect people to want to support you. I mean, you got to keep giving them what they want, but occasionally trying new things. Eventually don't work, and then you just go back to giving everyone what they want. Look, he's gonna take Sanguine Bond. All right, Victor finally took Sanguine Bond. Amazing. We got Tears and we got range there. I still don't know why the stats aren't showing up. I'm gonna go back to the main menu on the next floor just to see if there's a bug going on here. I don't know if they gave us damage or not. We got Brimstone Bombs. The Soul Heart. It's giving us damage. You don't have... Oh, no, wait. No, we have Bloody Lust. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Well, we got Rotten Baby. Got Conjoined again. It gave us Tears because of that. We got Leviathan. We got the 2% Leviathan transformation. Should have been using this. I forgot we had full charge here. Okay. Bookworm. All right. The money. That one activated Dark Prince's Crown. There you go. I used Sanguine Bond. Are you happy? Now, without me knowing what our base stats were when we went into that room, I have no idea how much we actually gained. Again, I'm just doing this just to reset the UI. Maybe it might be a little bit bugged out because we're not seeing anything animating for our stats gains. Okay, we're seeing it go down now. That's a good sign. A lot of money that we just wasted there. Remember, we are healing double because of Maggie's bow as well. Man, we are doing so much damage. Lost Fly. Okay, now we can see the gains because I see it over there with Bloody Lust. So good. My goodness, this is getting out of control in a hurry. I know. I need to stop picking up money. I know we're capped, but it doesn't really matter. Only care about what's inside the cursed room. I mean, this amount of damage here, despite the fact that we have... Oh, we gained a range upgrade. Despite the fact that we have Conjoined, is still just pumping the damage numbers up. We are absolutely rolling everything here. Got a luck upgrade there. I'm very happy that that's animating again. Hierophant is going to give us more stat ups. Give us 0.2 damage and 0.5 range. And 0.4 luck. Oh my gosh, look at the spread there. More damage as well. Okay. Thank you, Krampus. We got 0.7 damage there, thanks to Bloody Lust. Don't know if these are permanent stat ups or not, but... Got Cambion Conception. 0.2 luck upgrade. That one was a permanent upgrade there for damage. 0.51. More damage. 0.2 damage up there from Spirit Lock. Soul Locket, I mean. Money doesn't matter. Dark Prince's Crown. Oh my gosh, this is... The Soul Locket, Sanguine Bond's actually goated. Wow. And then we get this boss rush. I know we have the Fool card, but I just want to do this just because I think that we're going to absolutely dominate this boss rush. For some reason, Bloat spawned up there. Not sure why. Yeah, we're literally one-shotting boss rush right now. Yeah, that was embarrassing, quite frankly, game. I'm gonna pick up these red hearts just because, like, we're not gonna be able to stop ourselves from getting healed. We still gain damage anyway because of Soul Locket. Man, what a run! We got all the Gerties. Mama Gertie here. Mama Gertie's got nothing on Mama Victa. Yeah, just imagine if we had taken almond milk now. All right, let's put it this way. Let's just imagine if we had almond milk. Because we couldn't have taken almond milk anyway and kept that run with this run, so... I actually think Brimstone is not good here. Yeah, I think the Brimstone's actually a huge downgrade. Because what we have right now is just something that fires way more often than we could with Brimstone. Like, Brimstone couldn't clear these rooms as fast as we're clearing them right now. Just not possible. We would have to have the equivalent of Tammy's Head Brimstone, the Carry Cat combo, to do that. And even then, that's probably not as fast as this. I mean, we're not even breaking stride right now. We go in the wrong direction, always. I'm not stopping, game. I'm going to keep moving in this direction, and if you happen to hit me, that's honestly your fault. I'm going to take Spear of the Night only to go back to Dark Prince's Crown. And we got bumped into Black Powder. Neat. All right. Bag of Crafting a Continuum. So at least that will get us back to Dark Prince's crown with the Bone Heart. This Halo of Flies will take Continuum. Phase doubles our keys. Probably should have bought that other key before doing that, but oh well. And yeah, we're probably good to take Magic Fingers here just because we have so many freaking yeah, that's this is significantly better than Magic Fingers, but we can use it anyway. It's hard to see the projectiles, not gonna lie. Oh, thank you, Bob's Brain. Wow. You don't see Hush's... You really don't see Hush's HP get chunked down like that quickly. And this is pretty much domination on every front here. I mean, the game just has zero shot, especially with us holding on to the Dark Prince's crown buff. Like, yeah, good luck. Good luck, game. You're gonna need it. Welcome back, Hollow Ground. And sure, we'll take Meat Cleaver as well, just for the lulz. For the lulz. So now we go on to today's question of the day, everybody. A very simple one. It's also very relevant to this episode. Would you re-roll twice if given the opportunity in your run? If you had a mediocre run, but you got another opportunity to re-roll, would you take it? Quite simple. Me personally, I'm always looking forward to trying to make a run better. And if I have like sort of like a 3 out of 5 or a 4 out of 5 run, I'm going to probably go for the 5 out of 5, to be honest. Got D Bizzle, by the way. Welcome, D Bizzle. Thanks for the pill. Oh, God. Well, this should be interesting. Yep. Yep. So, yeah, that's today's episode question of the day. If given the opportunity on a mediocre run, would you re-roll a second time? This is assuming that you've already re-rolled once. I didn't even get a chance to use Cleaver. Well, we're not done quite yet. We got Delirium. Would you eat the moon if it were made of spare ribs? I know I would. Then I'd polish it off with a nice tall Budweiser. Harry Carey. Played by Will Ferrell. Late 90s Saturday Night Live. What? I have no idea what just hit me there. I used the Cleaver and it did nothing. I think I used it a little bit too soon. That's a lot of damage and that's a lot of dead Delirium. He lived exactly maybe a second and a half after Kidney Stone kicked in. So thank you for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, make sure you click the like button. Don't forget to check out today's pinned comment of the day, question of the episode. Would you re-roll a mediocre run if given a second chance to re-roll? I look forward to reading your thoughts next week. Hope you have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you for all the support this week. Let's keep the like streak counter going and make our way to the next like streak goal after this one. And as always, I will see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Alyssa, Fred, and Battaloid. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode or check out those exclusive Sinvicta keychains, go head on over to the Patreon at patreon.com/Sinvicta.